Now, I would like to request Mr. Suresh, the regional head from Ultratech Cements, who is working day and night for this program behind the screen. I request him to come in front of the screen. Mr. Suresh. And then, behind every successful man, there is somebody, woman. You are better off. I would like to request Mrs. Ravati Kishore to join in on the stage. And for photographs in both languages. And for photographs in both languages. Please. Your response.
The President of Indian Concrete Institute API Hyderabad Center, CSP Anjali, the Vice President Ultratech Cement, Dr. E. Ramachandra, the Secretary General of Indian Concrete Institute, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Engineer Ramesh, the Secretary of ICI API Hyderabad Center, here Kundalu, various office bearers of Indian Concrete Institute API Hyderabad Center as well as Indian Concrete Institute at Chennai, our headquarters, the various executives of Ultratech Cements, my professional colleagues present here, invitees, media representatives, young budding engineers, students who have gathered here, and of course my family members. I request you kindly, it would be a little embarrassing for you people standing there. I am indeed humbled by this great honor that has been bestowed on me today. And I was feeling a little difficult and different today because all this I was doing earlier. For a while, as Anjali stated, that in the year 2006, we started this initiative with the help of Ultratech Cements when I was chairman and Mr. Anjali was the secretary. And this event started at that time. Prior to that, when I was the secretary for the revived ICI API Hyderabad Center in the year 1998, we did started giving these awards, but that was on a smaller scale. But certainly we were celebrating this 7th September as a concrete day and trying to identify people who have contributed to the task of good concrete construction practices and honor such personalities and honor such people who have created great structures. Today, I never thought that I would be one among those awardees. In fact, it is our duty who are taking this movement of Indian Concrete Institute forward to identify people and honor them. Nevertheless, I accept this award with all the humility at my command and certainly promise all of you here that my real work in the field of concrete technology now begins with a bigger responsibility. Earlier I was working as a quiet researcher, professor, but now it has become more public, and by bestowing an honor to me and award to me, my responsibility has grown, and rather I must say that my responsibility to contribute to all that I can do in concrete construction activity, quality, etc. in a much more responsible manner. In fact, before I go further, I must also compliment the ICI team led by the most dynamic engineer, architect Anchuri. You have been seeing him doing anchoring in the most perfect way today. He takes wonderful roles. He can take any role and he can do that one. And then the Ultratech team, of course, led by Dr. Ramchandra. The concrete day has been always a pure concrete day. In fact, we used to have awards, we used to have a lecture on concrete. Everything was concrete except the dinner was without concrete. But this time, we have a conventional concrete, but I saw that they have made a change, and that is really an appreciable change. You know, as it was said by Anchuri earlier, that we have so many types of concretes, and concretes other than conventional concretes have a lot of admixtures. So today they have made it feel that concrete with so many admixtures that were there made us really entertaining, as well as it brought us forth that yes, the concrete day is an event that nobody should miss if it is to be conducted by AP Hyderabad side. My journey of doing this work, whatever little bit I could do, started way back in 1982 when I joined the Cement Research Institute of India. The presently it is called National Council of Cement and Building Materials. And then I was actually placed in the Division of Concrete Technology and Building Materials itself, where it was headed by then Dr. Malik and Dr. Rangvendra. Both of them are known to be leading personalities in this field. And I was fortunate to be attached to these two personalities at Cement Research Institute of India, NCCBM at New Delhi. And that was really my beginning of career in, specifically in concrete technology. So certainly I would not forget all those people, and that's why I would like to have your little patience. I am sure any professor takes a mic and he will not leave for a class. I will try to condense it as much as possible, but this is an occasion where I think I should acknowledge the people who have contributed to what I have achieved today must be mentioned here. And in fact, this award is not just my award, but this award goes to each one of them who have contributed. So to begin with, these are the two people who have actually created interest in me and persuaded me to do some research and do all related activity in concrete technology. In fact, when I became the chairman, the secretary for the ICI Revive chapter in 1998, Dr. Raghavendra actually brought in me there as an honorary secretary, And I was again fortunate at that time to work with another great personality, Professor Dayaratnam from IIT Kanpur. He was the first, he was the chairman of the ICI then, and I was the honorary secretary. I think you should be born lucky to get association of such people and work with such people. And Dr. Dayaratnam is also known not only for his consultancy in structural engineering, but also immense contribution towards concrete technology. And I was again fortunate at that time that I could work with him, and he has been a guiding spirit for me all through. And therefore, this also award also goes to Professor Dayaratnam as well. Then the passion for teaching brought me back to Osmania University. And I thought I had no opportunity to teach if I work only a purely scientific organization. Whereas in teaching institute, you have both opportunity to teach as well as do some research. And then it is my professor, Professor Badruddin, who was actually not willing to leave me even my post-graduation and allow me to join at the CRI at Delhi. But then I told him, sir, I would come back only when I am offered a permanent position. And he agreed to that. And believe me, within the next 6 months, he saw to that the permanent position was advertised and I am brought back. And I was brought back by him to Osmania University. And not only brought back, but he has ensured that I am paid much higher than what I was getting at NCP. I was offered 5 advance increments at that time, which is a rare thing that happened to me. So that great soul, Dr. Badruddin, I owe him a lot, and therefore I also give a credit of this award to Professor Badruddin. Then I started my work under his guidance. He was there for a long time, and then we started working. And again, at the earliest opportunity possible, I was deputed to Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, for my PhD work. And then it was again he who was responsible for relieving me and sending him within 5 years of joining Osmania University. I went there, and then it was a tough task to choose a topic. Obviously, my choice was structural engineering, in that concrete technology was my passion. Therefore, I did that, but I found a topic, what is known as the recycled aggregate concrete, the use of demolition rubble for construction of new structures. And then I went with that proposal, research proposal, to the Departmental Postgraduate Research Committee at IIT Bombay. I'm just sharing this with you because you know how things change in your life and how things happen. And my proposal was, to my surprise, was not accepted in the first stage. Because the committee consists of mostly the theoreticians who, and they were all wonderful, great professors, Professor Gurugan, Professor, there were several others, professors. And all of them were mostly doing their work in theoretical analysis based on computers. Not many were in the field of, except Professor Limay and Professor Bairagi. And they refused. They said, what is this you're talking about? Demolition waste, etc., etc. This is, in fact, believe me, they used, this is something, a junk that you are talking about. I kept quiet. And then I pursued it with the help of my guide now, my Professor Bairagi, N.K. Bairagi, who was my research supervisor at IIT Bombay, was solidly behind me. And then he said, let them say whatever they want right now, but let us resubmit it and represent it. And fortunately, I was allowed to continue with that work. Now today, that particular area is the most emerging area of research, not only in India, but all over the world. And you have heard that ICI is doing some committee, forming some committee on doing this work.